Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has announced that he is replacing Kyiv's defense minister Oleksiy Reznikov. He termed the move as a new approach in the ministry. Now he has nominated Rustem Umerov to replace Reznikov. Umerov is a Crimean Tatar, which is an ethnic group native to Crimea, who has been head of state property fund since last year. This is known to be a particularly tough role in Ukraine, where the process of privatization has been plagued by corruption. Now let's get to know about this new defense minister to be Rustem Umerov. He was born in Soviet Uzbekistan, the country his family was exiled to move under Stalin. He then moved back to Crimea in Ukraine as a child when the Tatars were allowed to return in the 1980s and 1990s. Now, Tatars are a member of the Turkic people who are descendants of the Tatars who ruled Central Asia in the 14th century. The 41-year-old started out in the telecoms business in 2004. He was elected to parliament in 2019, where he served as co-chair of the Crimea Platform, an international diplomatic effort aimed at reversing Russia's 2014 annexation of the peninsula. He worked for years as an advisor to the historic leader of the Crimean Tatars, Mustafa Zhemilev. He was also part of Ukraine's delegation in negotiations with Russia in the first weeks of the war and participated in talks on establishing an export corridor for Ukrainian grain through the Black Sea. He has held the position of the head of state of property fund since September of 2021.
During his nightly address to the nation Sunday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced plans to dismiss Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov from his post. Zelensky said he planned to ask Parliament this week to replace him with Rustem Umerov, who heads Ukraine's main privatization fund. The move sets the stage for the biggest shakeup of Ukraine's defense establishment since the war was launched by Russia in February 2022. Reznikov, who was named defense minister in November 2021, has helped secure billions of dollars of Western military aid to help the war effort. But he has been dogged by graft allegations surrounding his ministry, which he described as smears. The change of defense minister must be approved by Parliament, which Zelensky said he expects to happen. Umerov has headed Ukraine's state property fund since September 2022 and has played a role in sensitive wartime negotiations.
Meanwhile, Russia continued its military campaign against Ukraine's infrastructure. It has launched attacks on targets in the Black Sea and the Danube River. Russia's army said that it had targeted fuel storage facilities in the Ukrainian port, which lies on the Danube River. Now, Reni, which is the Ukrainian port in question, also lies close to Moldova as a sea and river port and is an important transport hub which also separates Ukraine from Romania. Bucharest's defense minister condemned the attacks as in deep contradiction with the rules of international humanitarian law. Ukraine says that Russia had hit the Odessa region with a barrage of Iranian-made Shahed drones. Kyiv added that some of the drones hit the Danube area, wounding at least 2 people. Now, the attacks in Odessa region came as Kyiv has also claimed some success in its counteroffensive in the southern front. Kyiv said it had recaptured the village of Robotyne, calling it a strategic victory. Ukrainian army has also said that it has made an important breakthrough by breaching Russian lines near Zaporizhia.